Ladies and gentlemen, it's a well-known fact that Kent Hughes and the Canadiens have been looking for a centerman, and guess what? By God, they got one. But it wasn't who you probably thought it was going to be. It wasn't Mason McTavish, they didn't get Sidney Crosby, Naz, or any of these other dickweeds. But instead, they got Joe Veleno. Yes, of course, the chosen one. Now, this video is brought to you by Miraj Trading. And at MirajTrading.com, you can find hockey cards, baseball cards, Pokemon cards. Hey, you could probably even get yourself a Joe Veleno Young Guns card, which are going to be pretty hot right now. You can find their links in the description of today's video, but now, it's story time. Have you ever wanted to take your wife and kids out for an ice cream, but that one neighbor's kid is just standing there in the yard? He won't take a hint, he won't leave. So you end up taking him, and you end up buying his ass an ice cream too. Well, if that kid grew up and started playing professional hockey, his name would be Joe Veleno. Okay, because that's basically what happened in this situation. Joe, he kept showing up to practices in Broussard. He was using the facilities. He started getting to know some of the boys, some of the fellas. And eventually, Kent Hughes got to a point where he was like, all right, man, fine. We'll keep him. Just yesterday, the Habs made it official. Joe Veleno has been signed to a 1-year, one-way contract valued at $900,000. And you gotta admit, that's pretty cheap, especially compared to his last contract. Joe is 25 years old. He's got very sharp skates. He's a left-shot centerman, which is something that the Canadiens desperately need. And with the Habs already losing several bottom six players over the course of the offseason, I mean, Veleno's just going to slot in there, most likely on the fourth line, and he's going to plug a hole. Okay, that's all he's going to do. Please don't put any unrealistic expectations on this young man, because that's not what he needs at this point in his career. Now, last season with the Red Wings, Veleno played 56 games. He managed to put up 10 points before eventually getting shipped off to the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, his points per game average did go up. In Chicago, he actually put up 7 points in 18 games over there. I even had a suspicion that they were going to keep him. But on June 21st, Veleno's bags were packed once again. This time to the Seattle Kraken in exchange for Andrei Burakovsky. And the Kraken, they bought out the remainder of Veleno's contract like 1 week later. So this is basically how he became a free agent on July 1st. And one thing you got to admit, it's been an interesting few weeks for Joe Veleno. It's been an interesting year. The man's been getting tossed around like a ball's nutsack. So it's kind of interesting how the Canadiens managed to snatch him up. He's now in his hometown of Montreal. It's got to be special for him. It's got to be special for his family. And you know what? The man, he's got a lot to prove. Especially if he wants to keep playing in the NHL. So hopefully this turns out to be somewhat of a positive story. Now, a lot of fans yesterday were probably hyped when they seen that there was a big signing. And I'm sure you probably didn't get what you were hoping for. It's like waking up on Christmas morning and getting one of those stupid Furbies back in the day instead of a Nintendo 64. But don't get too upset, because this move does not block anything else from happening, okay? Joe Veleno's locked up for 1 season. One tiny ass little season. The man's gonna be making peanuts. It's pretty much one big nothing burger in the grand scheme of things. They're patching a hole temporarily. And if the right deal does come along and Kent Hughes still has an opportunity to improve the top 6 before the regular season begins, I mean, you bet your ass he's not going to waste any time pulling that trigger. However, with the market being the way it is, I wouldn't get my hopes up. Nick Suzuki, Kirby Dach, Jake Evans, and Joe Veleno are going to be the 4 centermen rolling forward this season for the Montreal Canadiens, as far as I can see. So there you have it. Joe Veleno is a Hab. That's one less spot that's going to be available for some of the kids that are looking to make the jump from the Rocket. Now, I want you to let me know how you feel about this one down in the comment section. Did Joe Veleno really pull that old neighbor's kid ice cream trick? Don't forget to smack the like button right across the lips before you leave here. And hey, well, see you next time.